Hey, what's up guys? Today's video is gonna be about the EGR valve from this V6 Mercedes engine. So we're gonna see how to remove the valve, how to clean it or replace it, how to do a couple of tests in order to determine if you really need to buy a new valve or not. And first, let's do a bidirectional test because this is in theory what you must do before even touching the engine. Okay, so let's connect the scan tool. Let's go to active test and choose EGR vacuum. Switch off ignition and then on. Now the fuel pump is on. The engine must be running. Okay. Now the engine has quite a stable RPM. I'm gonna turn on the valve. And the RPMs definitely changed. So yes guys, that single test right there, it does tell us that the EGR valve is working. However, let's go ahead and do some more inspection on it, especially since most of you do not have a bidirectional scan tool. You can still do that with the voltmeter. So if you look back here, you're gonna see the EGR valve on the passenger side. So I'm gonna use a voltmeter and back probe the connector with these two needles. Okay, we've got the voltmeter inside. So let's turn the EGR valve on and we should see 12 volts there. And here we go. We've got signal to the EGR valve. That's great. And I can hear also the click. But anyway, in most of the situations, the problem is not the connector, but the valve itself, since it's exposed to high temperatures. Okay, so now let's see a little quick how it works. Well, it's basically the opposite procedure of the air injection pump. It's gonna take the gases from the exhaust manifold and recirculate them inside the intake manifold. The whole EGR valve assembly is installed on the engine head. The engine head has a channel which connects to the intake manifolds, both of them, because you've got two banks. And the gases will travel up to this actuator, and when the solenoid is activated, it will take the vacuum from the intake manifold through this pipe. You've got this little vacuum pipe which connects to the intake manifold, then to the solenoid, and from the solenoid you've got this line which delivers vacuum to the actuator when the computer is powering, as we saw before. So that will happen usually when the engine is running in closed loop, so the computer can use the oxygen sensors as a feedback to regulate the pulse width of the injectors. And then the exhaust gases will travel to this pipe and it will connect to the intake manifold and deliver them inside the intake manifold. Right, next let's take out the valve from there in order to do some more tests. To do that, let's remove this mass airflow sensor unit from here and wiggle the sensor out. You can just place it upside. Now we've got access to this connection point of this PCV hose and the evap line. So you want to take them out from there. Now let's disconnect the hose from here. Okay, so now we've got full access to these two bolts which connects here. So you're gonna need the E10 and remove them. Okay, now the hose is free here. Next, with the E12, you've got two bolts here. Here you've got this injector connector in the way. So just take it out. So now you've got better access to the bolt. And here they are. Now, if you want to take out this, you've got here this vacuum line. Unplug it from here. Now in general the EGR valve comes without this pipe, so you need to reuse this old one, so make sure that you don't damage it, and you also have to remove it from the old EGR valve. So you're going to need a 22mm to hold the bottom nut, and with the 24 you open this upper nut, the large one. Okay, I'm trying not to bend this, but to just take out the valve. Okay, and here it comes. If you want to remove this hose from here as well, you gotta lift this plastic tab here to remove this. As you can see, you definitely want to clean it inside there as well. Now, one mistake some people do is to pour some solution, some cleaning solution inside that hole, hoping that it will clean the channels. However, that solution will end up in the catalytic converter, and that catalytic converter is not made to purify anything else than gasoline or diesel, depending on what engine you have. And usually the point where it gets clogged up is by the intake manifold. As you can see here, all this sludge, that's because of the oil. Now let's do a couple of tests on this old EGR valve and see in which condition is it. Like for example, here you can see there are some deposits, but these are not that serious and they will not obstruct the airflow. Okay, however, it's a good idea to clean them, you know. It also depends a lot where the EGR valve is located, because we've seen on another car it was located right before the intake manifold. So this one is basically right on the exhaust gases, so that will help to keep it clean. Okay, so now let's see a simple bench test. I'm going to connect the vacuum pump to this port. This port will be on the intake manifold, the vacuum supplier for many components. And let's see. Well, we already got a problem here. If you have a closer look, this hose looks very damaged and I don't think it's able to hold any vacuum. So let's remove it from here. As you can see, this hose here, it's a lot newer compared to this. So somebody replaced this hose and this one as well. Yeah, this hose is very damaged. But now let's see, I've got here a new hose and this is just for testing, it's not for replacing the old one. Here we go, the solenoid can hold the vacuum, okay? And as you can see on the solenoid, we've got as well a check valve, which will allow the air to come out from this way, but nothing will go in. I'm gonna put the part number on the screen in the case that you need to replace it. You should hear that click. I'm gonna leave the solenoid opened. I'm gonna apply the vacuum and watch this diaphragm moving. Alright, you can see that. This is actually a good working EGR valve. So yes guys, this is a pretty good example of how important it is to do these tests before you replace a part if you want to save money. The actuator valve works fine, the diaphragm is moving, the solenoid is working, these vacuum lines are good. There's not much rust, there's not much carbon buildup. Alright, so I cleaned this hose. Now let's install it back here. Let's see, we gotta twist it. It's a good idea to first match the bolt holes here, because once we install the EGR valve here, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. And don't forget about the gasket, which you can place it under here now. Okay guys, that was it about the EGR valve on this car. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions, let me know, and I will see you in the next video.